Good morning, gamers. It's not morning, actually. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about FLACs, or Free Lossless Audio Codecs. If you don't know what that is, well, you know what an MP3 is, right? It's basically that, but it's even better. FLAC files maintain all of the audio quality. FLAC files maintain the source file's original quality while still being sort of compressed, which allows you to have lossless sound. And yes, I am well aware that some services like Apple Music do allow lossless playback. However, this video is also about anti-convenience as well. Because you know what? I'm just gonna say it outright. Screw convenience. If you want to listen to the highest possible quality version of something and actually own it, then FLAC is the way to go. There's only a few downsides with it, being that the FLAC files are definitely bigger than MP3 files, that's for sure, which could be a problem because if you download a lot of FLACs, then it could take up a lot of storage. But there's a way around that. Not all audio software supports FLAC playback. Software like VLC Media Player allows you to actually play lossless playback on your computer, but I found that using the standard music player built into my computer also works just fine. Personally, I like to use the Legacy Media Player just because of how it looks. Come on, let's just look at this. On top of FLACs just being great overall in terms of quality, you can easily obtain FLACs from any CD that you currently own. And I'm going to show you how. All you really have to do is get yourself a CD to USB reader, which usually costs around less than $25, I want to say, and then just plug it directly into your computer, and using either VLC Media Player or my preferred method, which is the Legacy Media Player, to just rip the highest quality files off of the CD directly. Not only do you get the metadata that comes with it, but you also get the album art as well, and then you can feel free to play whenever you like. But I can hear you screaming through the screen.
Chris, I want to play my music anywhere I go. How do I do that when I can't bring my computer with me everywhere?
Not to fear, you can download a software called Foobar 2000, which allows FLAC playback. If you've got a lot of storage on your phone and you really want to enjoy the highest possible quality version while still retaining at least a little bit of convenience, this is probably the easiest way. But if you're like me and you like to keep your music on something separate, I went ahead and bought myself an iPhone 5S due to the fact that I can just download Foobar on here. As you can see, I've already got a good amount of my favorite albums on here. And yes, I can hear you screaming through your screen.
Oh, now I have to carry around two different devices for my music and for my phone.
And I'm gonna say this once again. Screw convenience. Convenience has only ever made us more lazy and more complacent to do things. So when you throw away convenience, you also throw away that lazy mindset. Say hi. Wanna say hi? Come on, say something. When you throw away that lazy mindset, it allows you to be a lot more creative when it comes to things. And then you start to realize that you don't have to buy a specific thing specifically for that thing. Like, I didn't have to buy a very expensive MP3 player that specifically plays FLACs and has a lot of storage to play music. I instead bought a decently cheap iPhone that still has an audio jack, and it works just fine. And now I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about physical media. A lot of people believe that owning physical media is a waste of space and a waste of money. And to that I say, you know what is a waste of money? Streaming! Sorry, I lost my cool there. Ask yourself this. When was the last time you went to a store and physically bought music? In an ever-increasingly distant world where most things that used to be physical have now become digital, it has become kind of taboo to go out of your way to go to a store and buy music, which is why it's even more important now more than ever to go out of your way and buy music. Because not only is there only so many music shops nowadays, but in a world where streaming services can just take down entire shows and entire movies, entire libraries of content without warning, it's extremely important to be able to have an archive of said media. You don't own anything anymore. All of your games on Steam, all of your movies on HBO, you don't own that anymore. And companies don't want you to own anything anymore because it's more profitable to rent out digital things than it is to sell a physical disc once. And instead of supporting a platform that actively hates its users, you could go out of your way and support the artist directly and support local businesses as well. There's also just something about physically going to a store, picking up a disc, holding it in your hands, and obtaining the artwork as well as the lyric book and whatever else goodies that they throw in there, and just seeing the physical discs on your shelf and being able to share them with other people as well. It's kind of a lost medium nowadays. This last point though might upset a few people, and it's that streaming often can lead to people not paying attention to music as much, or just using it as just background music. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with listening to background music. It's just that it's now become commonplace to just not pay attention to music in general, especially since TikTok has been degrading people's attention span like crazy, which has only been exacerbating the problem. There have been times where people who think they're fans of an artist go to a live show only to not know any of the lyrics, which not only is incredibly embarrassing on behalf of the artists themselves, but the fans also don't get the experience that they thought they would have, all because they were never really paying attention to the music they were listening to. There's also the lost art of creating your own physical playlist as well, decorating your own disc, sharing it with other people. It's just something that we just don't do anymore, and I think that's something that we should do more often. And yeah, that's kind of my my little mini rant / recommendation for today. I know it's gonna be kind of a shortish video, but honestly, I don't care. I make whatever I want. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh God, I'm gonna. No.